it's Rocky T Gaze here. How you guys doing? Today we are gonna react to the Venom official trailer. Now, okay, look, I know it's been out for months now, so I'm probably really late to the game, and also because it's a really short trailer, so there's nothing new that has come out yet, which is unfortunate. So, you know, really it's more of a teaser trailer than a real like trailer, which is like trailers are usually like at least 2 to 3 minutes, if that. Whereas a teaser trailer is like a minute or like if not less. And so I mentioned it in my last video when I basically did a reaction to the Deadpool 2 new trailer, and I mentioned that I really want to do Venom because as I was like, basically when I was watching the Black Panther movie, I saw the Venom teaser trailer and I was just like, okay, so the comic strip came up, it's obviously Marvel, who is it? And then when I noticed it, I was like, okay, who is this? And then I thought to myself, I said, you know, because okay, here's the thing, I really like Venom, but here's the thing, let's just be honest, I'm not like really going too deep into who, like, because it's, Venom is basically like a symbiotic, like kind of alien like suit in a way, kind of one of those things, like I'm learning in my like biology class one time, but it's like, it's almost like a, what do they call it, like kind of a weird relationship. I forget what they call it exactly, you can like put it in the comments if you know, but it's kind of like where you latch on to the victim doesn't benefit from you being latched onto them, but you benefit basically. So like kind of like a parasite getting latched on to, like, I don't know, a bird. It's like they benefit because they're getting what they need from the bird, but the bird suffers. So in this case, the human, like, you know, meat bag as they call it, suffers in, like, I can only imagine, like, not really sure like in what ways, but like, you know, Venom, he's good. But I think in some sense, like even with some of the comics, like there is kind of a relationship there at some point where it's just like, okay, well, you're latched to me, I'm gonna have to just get fucking used to it. So like, can we come to some kind of like happy medium in some sense, you know, like you can do what you want to do, but like I need to do what I need to do. I don't know a lot about the character within the teaser trailer, which is, like I said, even though I say Venom is my, like, one of my favorite villains, it's like, even at the same time, I don't know enough. I've done some of my research on Venom, but I don't know, I don't really care too much about the, you know, people that they latch on to, even though you really should, because they're also important, they play a role. But anywho, let's get into the teaser and then I will give you guys my opinions on it.
Everyone's got their thing. Maybe it's a breakup, a death, an accident. Whatever it is, you used to be one thing. Now, you're something else.
Where am I?
We all have our own problems. Our own issues. Our own demons.
So yeah, that was the teaser trailer for Venom. So I will say this, guys, I have already seen it. I just wanted you guys to like kind of see it with me. So I don't know if I would call it like really a reaction video, since this is really this is my second time watching it. But here's what I will say is I'm excited for the movie, but the downside is, and I've noticed this with some people posting about it, is that they think it's just going to be about him, and then at the last minute of the movie you'll just see Venom for like 5 minutes. But you know what, honestly, that's not a bad thing though if you really think about it. I think it's important to have a character build up, kind of like how they did with and this is really, you really can't compare these two because I don't think it's like, you know, they at least show him the majority of the movie afterwards. But with Deadpool, for example, like, you know, you see him, you know, the way he normally looked before he changed. And then I think at the half point of the movie, they jump into how he got that way. And in all honesty, you know, I would be okay with Venom starting off like that. Now here's the thing, I can't say if that's how the movie's gonna be. It could be like that, where he's already like Venom and they just jump into how he got that way. What I think that what they're gonna be doing with this movie is really going about his backstory and who he is. And I know in some sense people don't really care about that, because it's kind of like, we don't care about the meat bag, we just want to see Venom. That's all we care about is Venom. But I think it's important for people to understand the body that Venom is latched onto. It's just the same thing with Carnage and Toxin. Like, you need to know who these people are to get like a gist of who they are within the movie. Because I feel like, you know, okay, well, yeah, there's Venom, but you're gonna see parts of it where, like, you know, okay, Venom reveals the person's face. It's just like, okay, they have a relationship, so you need to know who this person is to understand who Venom is as well as him, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think it's important to understand both, you know, things. Like, you got the human and then you got the alien from, yeah, you know, excuse me. So it's important to understand both of the backstories. It's like, you know, like I said, it's kind of like, you know, like when they did the movie for Logan, it's like, okay, and not the recent one, but like where they show him as a child. It's like, you need to understand who Logan is, and that, okay, he didn't start with the metal, you know, he didn't start with like the metal like claws, that's what I'm gonna call it. You know, he didn't start with that. It was bones at first. So he was still technically a mutant. But in that sense too, like, he still had those, like, he could live for a very long time. He ages extremely slowly. So that's like something you gotta learn too, is that, okay, he ages slowly. He basically in the new Logan, he eventually dies, which someone had pointed that out, like in the sense of, okay, because he got some of his power drained out in that movie where he's in Japan, that it affected his power like later on in the future. But anyway, let's push out of that because I'm not talking about Logan. But you get my gist, is that you need to know the backstory. Like, he didn't just start out with metal claws. Like, he started out like this, you know what I mean? And then he jumped into that later. Same thing with Venom. It's like, Venom wasn't Venom until he met, you know, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and I know I keep saying it, like, but you know, I'm just saying, like, Venom didn't just become Venom overnight. Like, it's something that like, it's a gradual thing, you know what I mean? And so we have to understand the backstory of how that symbiotic relationship started, you know what I mean? And you know, I hope that they jump into Carnage and Toxin later on, because Carnage is a whole nother ball game. Venom is the shit, but I will say Carnage is on some other level shit too. So yeah, but anyway, that was the reaction to the teaser trailer. I hope I didn't like ramble too much, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys like an idea as to what the movie is more than likely gonna be. I got a feeling it is gonna just be the majority of this guy's backstory, and then jumping into, okay, why did Venom pick this particular person? Or does it just not matter? You know, and that's something that I have to do some research on. Maybe I might do a few videos if you guys want on like certain comic book characters. I can definitely do that. I think it would actually be fun to talk about some of my favorite characters, as well as if you want in the comments to let me know who you want me to talk about. But I still need to do my research on Venom, even though I really enjoy Venom and I like Venom a lot. But I always got confused, is like, does Venom even like does it care that it latched on to a guy, like, you know, particularly this person? Like, does it matter? Or, you know, did he, or I can't even say he because it's really an it, but did it really care that it latched onto this particular person, or did it do it for a reason? So like I said, it's gonna be up to like the audience to figure out, like, okay, is this movie just about him, or is it about both, like Venom and him, or just Venom? So like I said, we can't go by the teaser. It's a teaser, you know what I mean? So yeah, anywho, I will see you guys next time. You can follow me on Instagram. It is the same name that you see right in front of you. Just a slight difference is that there's an underscore after Rocky. But anywho, I will see you guys next time. Rocky T Gaze.